I just want to share a little bit of my life. One of the things I've found that has been a principle that has guided my life is obedience to what I'm called to do. There is a security in that nothing else matches. I, in my life, have been fortunate enough to develop what I call a sixth sense. It's a spiritual sense. It's an awareness, and it's trustworthy. Just a little history. When I first went to college, pardon me, I was going to be a doctor. And I listened, and I wasn't supposed to be a doctor. So I have a degree in production management and accounting. Kind of opposite, right? And I spent 11 years building the business, taking it public, family business with my father's help, sold it, worked for a conglomerate for 2 years, and my sixth sense says you need to be a doctor. So I go to med school as an old man known as Grandpa in med school.
How old were you, Tom?
I was 32 when I started, but if you can imagine in 1979, they didn't want 32-year-olds, right? Well, OU admitted a 52-year-old this last year. I went through that. I did a general surgery and then a family medicine residency. Practiced a total of almost 28 years. Delivered 4,500 babies. Had more fun than you can shake a stick at. Spent every other night at the hospital. Had a great wife. That's the only way you can do that. And then all of a sudden, I was called to get into politics. My wife said, "You're crazy." I said, "I know, but do I listen to you or do I listen to this sixth sense? Do I listen to a spiritual sense or do I listen to you?" So mind you, I was running in a district that was 84% Democrat, that hadn't had a Republican since 1920. And I won that seat. It didn't hurt that I delivered 4,000 babies. Because what you do is you multiply 4,000 times 6 and you got 24,000 votes. 2 sets of grandparents and 2 parents. And then any aunts, uncles, cousins, or anything else. So I served a term limited portion in the House. Went back, practiced 4 more years. While I was in the House, I delivered 550 babies. It just shows you how much Congress doesn't work. I got talked into running for the Senate. I did that. I had 4 times the money spent against me that I spent. Won that. Called to do that. Obedience is a key thing. And after 10 years in the Senate, I came to the conclusion we can't fix our country in the Senate. It's not possible. So I left early. And I'd heard about this guy named Meckler. And he was wining and dining all the young writers and PR people And so I go to one of his events and start listening to what's going on. And I said, this is the only answer there is. There's not an answer other than this. And it's because we as a country have abandoned the core principles that our founders gave us.